This is the Royal College of Music in London, which was founded back in 1882. Over the years, many young aspiring musicians have passed through those very doors, including the likes of Andrew Lloyd Webber, James Galway and Joan Sutherland, to name but a few. But we've had some young musicians of our own on Songs of Praise this year. So today, let's celebrate their inspiring performances. We'll be finding out how the choir boys and girls of St George's Chapel in Windsor combine school with singing. We meet the teenage composer who writes sacred music and talk to singer Rydian about his faith. Plus there'll be fantastic performances, including the finalists of this year's School Choirs competition. My own musical career started when I joined the choir at Bangor Cathedral at the tender age of 9 years old. Not long afterwards, a member of the congregation noticed my voice, wrote to a local recording company, and I was signed up. I went on to win the Under-12 solo competition at the Iarraidh Eisteddfod in 1982. Competitions are a great way for any aspiring musician to gain performing experience. And the Songs of Praise School Choir of the Year competition always attracts lots of entries from schools from all over Britain. Our first hymn is performed by this year's finalists, Ride On In Majesty. Lots of young people play an instrument, join a choir, or even start a band in the garage. But it's quite unusual to find a teenager giving Beethoven a run for his money. And you might expect a young composer to be penning pop songs rather than sacred music. Well, last year we met up with Benjamin Larham, who's definitely the exception to the rule. Though still a teenager, he's a prolific composer of classical and sacred music. And two of his major works have already been performed in public.
I wrote my first piece of music when I was 8 years old, and it was 2 songs for a Descant recorder. I remember finding it a few months ago. It just made me laugh, like how much it was just like something I'd write now. There's always a song in my head. Sometimes if I'm playing about on the piano just improvising, I'll come across like a really nice chord or a really nice theme, and then I'll go and write that down, and then I might come back to it and actually do a piece on it. Music just is my life. There isn't really that much else. Obviously there's school, which is more of a hindrance than a help with my music. Sit there in geography thinking, why am I sitting here when I could be at home writing music? I suppose some people, obviously because I'm a boy that likes music, classical music, look down their noses at me, but I mean, it's what I want to do, so why should I care what anyone else thinks, kind of thing. And all my friends just kind of accept it, because when people see actually how much it is just a part of me, then they just kind of accept it, kind of thing.
What we've been singing with the youth choir today is Ben's setting of the Kyrie eleison, Lord have mercy, which is quite an impassioned, imploring setting of the text, kind of pleading for mercy. There's a full section towards the end where the whole thing kind of explodes, and it goes to a very surprising key, but it's very convincing. It works well.
With another group I'm with, we were doing workshops on Fauré's Requiem, and it's an amazing piece. And I thought, I want to have a shot at writing my own Requiem. And so I came home from school one day and I was like, I want to do a piece for the youth choir. And then I was thinking, what can I do, kind of thing. And I thought, oh, I'll just do an arrangement of the Kyrie.
I think he's very talented. He's a very passionate person, and he's, I think, got the ability to bring something of his life to his music, and he has the ability to express something of his life through the notes. So he's a very, very special talent he's got.
I'm already planning another Requiem when I've finished. I still haven't finished my first one, and I'm already getting ideas for another one. And I think it's I just think it's so inspirational. Music should make somebody feel something. That's the most powerful stuff, rather than just being happy. If it does have a point or it is sad, then it can really make people think, and I think that's the best kind of music.